on oxygen, and how can we get out of this? And these are kind of people who say they are leaders of this country. What example I may show you are leaders of the country?
Let's keep you abreast with happenings in the polity.
I am an employee of the president. I pay the president's salary. I pay the bills of his family, and he must protect me.
All the resources available in this country has to come together at this time to see how best we can move forward. The interest of Nigeria is part of it.
Standpoint.
Standpoint, the center of all talks of politics.
Standpoint, Mondays to Fridays, 9 a.m. on Rapid 96.5 FM. Let's talk politics, dynamics, and permutations.
It's a concern that we have for our country, Nigeria. So this is beyond partisan politics. Nigeria is on drip. Nigeria is on oxygen. And how can we get out of this? And these are kind of people who say they are leaders of this country. What example I may show you are leaders of the country?
Let's keep you abreast with happenings in the polity.
I am an employee of the president. I pay the president's salary. I pay the bills of his family, and he must protect me.
All the resources available in this country has to come together at this time to see how best we can move forward. The interest of Nigeria is part of it.
Standpoint.
Standpoint, the center of all talks of politics.
Standpoint, Mondays to Fridays, 9 a.m. on Rapid 96.5 FM.
More Nigerian is more Nigerian than any Nigerian. That's right.
And my fellow honorable members of my expulsion from the Young Progressive Party YPP for my alleged support for the Abia State Governor Alex Chioma Otti OAFR, which my party considered anti-party. In a letter dated 27 March 2024, the Young Progressive Party YPP of my ward, Amavo Ward 1, informed me of my expulsion, which was ratified and affirmed by local government level. After leaving the Young Progressive Party, I have joined the Labour Party to support His Excellency Alex Chioma Otti and the good people of Osisiamangwa North State Constituency. We welcome you and also advise you to register in your ward for Labour Party. Thank you very much. Member representing Osisiamangwa South State Constituency. A few minutes ago, I was a member of Young Progressive Party YPP, but right now I'm a member of Labour Party. Mr. Speaker, my honorable colleagues, after the consultation and otherwise, having seen the good work of His Excellency the Governor of Abia State, I decided to join Labour Party. Not only that, I believe that political party is like a vehicle.
That is about the Osisioma North and South State constituency in Abia State. Of course, two Abia State lawmakers elected under the platform of the Young Progressive Party have defected to the Labour Party. I had to start with the voice there for you to understand the true position of things. And if you can remember clearly, a few weeks ago on this platform, we anticipated this time that we don't know what was playing out at the Abia State House of Assembly. What are the implications of this action as we speak? That's on one side. However, we now have 11-11. That's the PDP and Labour Party in the Abia State House of Assembly. Let us listen to this again before we wrap this particular conversation, and then we take analysis lightly on what likely will be happening at the Abia State House of Assembly.
There's no reason why government should not obey judgment. That is the rascality I'm talking about that we must deal with. We must dismantle it and get an institution, because that institution is so important. It is the foundation, I keep saying it, for rule of law. And rule of law is the most important intangible aspect for a society to exist. Do not allow us to use public resources to receive you, to give you money that belongs to you. That society you are destroying, that society we are destroying will take its revenge on you. So it is important that you resist us.
Of course, that was the former presidential candidate of the Labour Party in the 2023 election, Peter Obi, warning that until Nigerians begin to respect the rule of law, the country will never thrive, lamenting the failure of executives and judiciary to respect the rule of law. And again, I asked the question this morning on Standpoint. What is happening to the Aba North State constituency at the Abia State House of Assembly? A very good morning to you and welcome to Standpoint, the center of all talks of politics. If you have not been aware, let me also tell you, I remind you also that a forensic audit that was promised by the governor of Abia State, that it will be out, is out already. we'll take analysis on that development this morning. Incorruptible Sam, it's good to have you join Standpoint this morning.
Good morning to you, Moses Ben. It's a wonderful Wednesday. The month of May is actually running. Yeah, that's the normal thing here. Whenever we gather like the Eagles. And when we gather, definitely, you should expect us to have a lot. This program, 3 hours won't be enough, but we try as much as possible to make use of the 1 hour. Because on Standpoint, as I always say, we stand and we have many points to review. Good morning.
Interesting. Good morning. Ike Ogbonnaya.
Good morning.
It's good to have you join the program this morning.
Good morning.
Can you? I don't know if you guys can relate now. There was something we said a few weeks ago on this platform that I am perceiving migration at the Abia State House of Assembly.
Yeah, you
and
said
it has happened. I don't know if you can remember.
Yeah, you did say that.
And I do not know also. I'm still saying what I said a few weeks ago. If this will give room for the swearing in of Aaron Uzodike.
Absolutely.
11 plus 1. Hey, Akaliro, how far are you doing at the Abia State House Assembly? He's the only APC man there now.
You did say that, my brother. And because we're expressing this fear that if things are allowed to remain the way they are, there are chances of somebody moving for impeachment of the speaker. You know, that has been the fear. Well, it's more like a permutation. So right now, probably...
And who takes the highest number at the State House of Assembly?
Yeah, so probably they've been making those moves, you know, those rapprochements to see if they can, get this done. Let's hope that Uzodike will now be eventually sworn in so that that log jam can end. And then let's face another thing so that we stop talking about Abia House of Assembly. You know, there's so much to talk about.
All right, there's so much to talk about. Joining us this morning on Standpoint to look at these developments in Abia State, even the final report of factual findings on the provision of processes, review services in Abia State that was promised by the governor. Alex Oti is the State Publicity Secretary of APC, Abia State. Honorable Chief Oke Eziala. Good morning and welcome to Standpoint.
Yes, good morning. Good morning, Ndiabia. Good morning, Moses. How are you?
I'm good. It's good to see you again.
Yeah, good to be here.
All right, for record purposes, and then you have to set the record straight. Was that few days ago or last week? I saw a publication that somebody is parading himself as the APC Publicity Secretary in Abia State, and your name was mentioned. Set this record straight before we kick off the conversation. Is there any organic? Is there that organic setting in the APC Abia State?
Yes. All Progressives Congress, just like every other political party, is not devoid of political tendencies and people who may, harbor pockets of interest or misgiving, so to say. But that doesn't mean that the party is not running, no. And there are people also who are militating against, the status quo, and those guys naturally would not rest until they see themselves in control of the structure of the party. Okay, and talking about a certain impostor who have these are faceless persons. In fact, in one of my interviews, I think that should be Flow FM, I met the young man one-on-one, and he never introduced himself as publicity secretary. Perhaps he could garner such capacity when he's writing in the comfort of his bedroom, perhaps maybe typing or sending to bloggers. But when he meets me, of course, he knows, he salutes and greets me. I have it on record, even on WhatsApp, where he addressed me as the Honorable State Publicity Secretary, sir. It is there. So I think, to me, he just has his own frolics, and perhaps also trying to catch cruise.
All right, and you remain the State Publicity Secretary of APC.
Of course, I've remained the State Publicity Secretary of the party, a very, very famous one at that. In fact, until my tenure, nobody knew that there is a position called State Publicity Secretary in the history of Abia State. Yes. There hasn't been such an active person in that position before.
All right, thank you so much once again for joining the program this morning. Finally, the government of Abia State has made available the forensic audit that the governor promised that he would show the public concerning down there in America. He said over 107 billion naira was spent on non-existent infrastructure and projects, including the airport in Abia State. that has been causing controversy in the state. Lots of conversation around that topic until this week. About 360 pages of the document. We'll get to that angle. First, let us have your impression with regard to the developments at the Abia State House of Assembly, the defection of the Young Progressive Party members to the Labour Party. They stated that, of course, the party expelled them as a result of anti-activities of that party. What is your impression? These, and then what likely implications would follow through?
Well, first, the Young Progressive Party, I don't speak for them, but from the statement released so far, they haven't said they suspended, let alone expelling anybody. They haven't said so. Then on the side of the former members, they are now former because that's their position of the Constitution. The former members themselves are the ones talking about the suspension. Ordinarily, when you are suspended from a party, it is your party that announces your suspension, not you. So, so that is even a fault from beginning. How come it's different from theirs? How come they are the ones announcing, I have been suspended? From history. When you are suspended, so Shomole, Gandu, wherever there is suspension, it is your party, the party officers. Because in that same mood with which they submitted the so-called suspension, they are the ones who don't need you in the party. They are the ones to announce. So you stop parading as their member. But that's not the case here. But if he say he has been suspended, where in the Constitution is it provided that a suspended member has seen enough reason to decamp? I'm waiting for him. I'm waiting for his followers and those who are listening to us.
Would this member likely lose the seat?
No,
do you see the YPP going against this move and trying to call for another election to fill in the gap, given the Constitution?
No, it is the lawful duty of the Speaker of Abia State House of Assembly to write to INEC asking for an election, a by-election, to fill in those vacant positions. If he fails in that duty, then the civil society will take it up from there. Now, it is a secondary duty. It's actually a primary duty of the Speaker, but a secondary duty of the party. Yes. And the party can only act if there is an official correspondence to them saying, oh, we have left your party and we are decamping. So as we speak now, if you ask me, in the eyes of the law, everything is still within the realm of rumor. Yes, rumor that you've been suspended, rumor that you also defected, until there is a formal communication, official communication to that effect. Okay? So if they say they have defected, they are just like I'm hearing, then automatically they are no longer members of the House of Assembly. And then any dime given to them henceforth will be collected back. They will return it.
All right.
There are state instruments to make them refund back to state account every dime given to them from the day. There is not just YPP, any other political party. If a man leaves APC where there is no division and join PDP, the same will happen. You leave a Labour Party where there is no... What the Constitution provides is division in the party. Now hear this, so people don't get it misconstrued. Division in the party at the national. Because the party does not exist in the eyes of the law anywhere apart from the national headquarters. Every chapter of a political party is a branch. Hear this again. A political party can decide not to have a branch in Abia.
All right, before we leave the Abia State House of Assembly and then handle other issues this morning, where my colleagues still have questions for you.
Yes.
The Aba North State constituency is running into about 6 or 7 months now. That constituency has not been represented. Remember, last year, the appeal court took a verdict on that issue, which Aaron Uzodike was supposed to be sworn in as the member representing Aba North State constituency. Up until now, nothing has been happening. What's your take on this issue?
Well, it is called legislative rascality. The honorable member the elected member for Aba North State constituency came through the same election, the same day as the Speaker, House of Assembly. Okay? and INEC declared him winner, right? He has his certificate of return, right? In the eyes of the law, he is an elected member for that constituency, and every dime owed him, even if they have not paid it now, will surely be paid. The Speaker of Abia State House of Assembly does not and cannot conduct the election in Aba North State constituency. The Speaker of Abia State House of Assembly has no right, he's just first among equal, has no right to stop a member from coming into the House of Assembly. Now, the issue of swearing in is a ceremony. I repeat, it's a ceremony to be performed in the parliament. It is not the constitutional mandate itself. Because, you see, when you continue doing the wrong thing, then perhaps those with naive mindsets or those who are not, legal, should I use the word legally sound enough, will think it is a norm. It is not the norm. What the law provides is what is the norm, not what you do. Now, a particular party, let's say PDP or whoever that has been governing the country since 1999, may have been doing the wrong thing. That doesn't make it right. That man, wherever he is, or I think there are two of them in Aba, two of them are elected members of the State House of Assembly. But again, that is why we do not encourage, I won't say cowards, but people, without the mental capacity to defend their mandate. Please sponsor another person into an election and bring people who knows their owners. Bring people who have the reach to the world. People who know how to invoke the national and state laws to work for the people.
Of course, the Speaker has been saying that the power above has been the reason for not swearing in the Aba North State constituency representative, and also a document that he's saying that he's with him. These are the things that he has put up there that to be the reason he's not been able to swear in Aaron Uzodike yet.
Is there any statute known as power from above? You can imagine a Speaker of a State House of Assembly should be learned enough to distinguish between personal feelings and statutory provisions. Okay? Well, it might happen in Aba, but I can tell you, there are places it can never happen.
All right, let's also switch gear at this point. Your party at the national government came with a renewed hope agenda, and in less than, today is 15th already, so in less than 14 days or so, would be marking 1 year in office, both at the national government and sub-national government. Even before he kicked off his duty as the president of the country at Eagle Square, he announced subsidy removal. Of course, a very nice policy action. Everybody has come to say, well, it's good, and then it would be good for the country. Savings and all of that, we can see it reflect in the FAQ and other aspects of the economy in the country. It's close to 1 year now. How would you describe the activities, the performances of your party within this 1 year in the country, and how has it affected or impacted the people of Nigeria?
No. Fantastic. Yes. You see, I'm an economist by training.
All right.
So, no economist do anything for first impression. No. It might work in every other field of study. In economics, what you look at is the impact on the economy. On the economy, I repeat. And how does the economy function? No economy supports naysaying or gainsaying or individual mindset. No. Every economy always look at the larger society, looks at the broad, or what we call the macro indices and macro value of your policies. Okay? Now, the micro has to do with the individual, the family, and how it trickles down to the final consumers. Down. The removal of subsidy is what has sustained our earnings. But again, the micro effect of the subsidy removal is what the ordinary Nigerians know. The question is, what are the shock absorbers that is in place? when we are talking about the micro effect, which affects you and I. This is where we should focus. 1, incentives. 2, increase in budgetary and federal allocations. 3, now massive infrastructural development. Then 4, physical grant, financial aid.
How many persons have accessed this physical financial?
I personally, I don't want to talk about what I do not know. I personally have enrolled 10,000 people in Abia State in that financial grant. And go on my Facebook page. Go everywhere. My name is everywhere. Just go to anybody listening to me. Should go on Facebook. You see thousands of people thanking me, and they have been receiving 50,000 naira each person. This is radio, and our callers in that here. So when things, of course, if it's a lie, I won't be saying it here, because the same people, of course, they will call in into the program. That is one. This is just me. We have over hundreds of me existing, and there are other things to cushion the effect. Now hear this: the state government are the one to tell us where the trailer loads of food items, rice, beans, and what have you, that has been flooding into this state, handed over to them to cushion the effect of subsidy removal. I am not the chief press secretary, neither am I the SA on media. Let them come to this program or call you and explain if there hasn't been palliatives given for Ndiabia and where those palliatives are.
You try to say that the subnational government are the one defeating this objective.
Yes. You see, there is this body called the Nigerian Governors Forum. After devil, you fear them. They decide how your government will be. If they want people to have a positive impression of a government, it is in their hands. If they still want to blackmail you, it's in their hands. It's better we tell ourselves the truth in this country. Now hear this. No president, no governor, no executive leader or administrator comes to a government and then adopt policies that will give him a bad name. Even nobody does that. Even you, if you are the manager of Rapid FM, there is no way you do anything that will make you lose your job. Hello? So you can see that it's uncharitable for anybody to think that the federal government removed subsidy and then they are enjoying the backlash they are getting from people, international community. No, the government of President Tinubu has done more than look at the comatose rail lines. Our former President Buhari started from his own end. And then President Tinubu came, you say less than a year, or let's say a year time. We already have the existing one now reactivated. At a point, people were going about pulling the facilities, the rail facilities, selling them because it's been comatose for the past 10, 15 to 20 years.
Even in the face of these, there are persons who are still crying over the issue of cost of commodities and then also pockets of insecurity in different parts of the country.
That is where the conspiracy theory comes in. What do I mean? There is no state in the Federal Republic of Nigeria that is owed monthly allocation in the last 1 year. Even in the last administration, you receive billions from the federal. You have your internally generated revenue. But guess what? When the people when the real owners, the people for whom you are holding that money in trust, complain about standard of living, you tell them to look on to federal government, who is the author and finisher of their existence. What else do you call that? Is that not a political malady? Is that not an administrative like is a confusion being thrown in the system, making it look as though the state government is a referee between the federal government and the masses? No. The state governments are part and parcel of what happens to, as a matter of fact, what happens to you is a function of the administration and the governance you receive in your state, not the federal government. Let me make it clearer. Even the federal capital territory, Abuja, does not depend on the direct policy of the federal government, because there is a minister who is in the eye of the constitution, is a governor of the FCT.
All right, coming down to Abia State, we know the stories around workers in the state, and you mentioned that federal government should not be considered to be responsible in most of these situations. I understand the palliative of a thing was shared across the federation. In Abia State, about 2 billion naira was given to the state government. And the government said the grains, the rice, of course, they shared it across the wards in the state.
To who?
And all of that. So how would you react to this? The 2 billion naira, the governor is still saying that he's seated somewhere in the bank. Your reactions to this issue?
My brother, you see the grains, the cereals, and whatever it is they share before we come to the 2 billion.
How did you get to know that it was to the party people?
Because nobody, I put it to you that even you, your family, nobody has seen those things shared.
I cannot say that I collected. I didn't collect.
God
anyway.
bless you. God bless you.
But yeah,
even our colors.
I didn't collect anyway.
Thank
but
you.
Justify this position of that it was shared among party faithful.
Because there is nobody who is not in Labour Party that has seen those things you are talking about. I have not seen. If they had given me, I would say, oh, perhaps they weren't looking at party consideration in sharing those things. Except the last time we had on the media that a certain local government, I don't know if it's Osisoma, I don't know which local government, that he hid about 300 bags of rice in his house. What is such amount of rice doing in one person's house? Because you wanted him to share it according to party line. And because as at that point, even the party people perhaps do not even have access to
Could that instruction have come from the governor?
You said?
Could that instruction have come from the governor?
I don't work with the governor. So I wouldn't know if the instruction comes from him. But what I'm saying is, if the federal government did not sideline you as an opposition party, if the federal government did not treat you with contempt, did not look for APC in Abia to give them things, and they trust you that you're a government and hand you over palliatives meant for general Abians, why will you be taking it to your party chieftains to share?
All right, this is Standpoint, the Saint of all talks of politics. We are discussing developments, of course, in Abia State. When we return from this break, we'll be facing other issues. Remember that the document saying over 107 billion naira was spent on non-existent infrastructure and projects in Abia State. The document is available for your perusal. There are other issues our colleagues also will want to find out, but that will be after this break. This is Standpoint. Please do well to stand with us.
Akahu marama ga kruyonye Bilos Penti. Why boy anya pika Bilos Penti? What German na Penti? Just use Kodia for once and you go chewing gum for your wall on tele. In short, the Penti get antifungal. That is to say, nyama no go fit attack your wall. Lie, glossy, emotion, satin, Stantex, mat, even self with Tesco. Kotrani de Quente na 080-350-87498 or 091-3888-4292. We there for number 8 Mission Hill behind God is Good Motors. Bilox Painty. Iwotantam.
Arrive alive. Respect traffic rules. Do not drink and drive. Do not drive and drink. Every life on the road is precious. Drive safely. Be attentive and ensure your journey doesn't become a tragedy.
Stop on our roads. One pneumonia beer. Matanando get in their biampa. Drive safely.
This message is powered by Abia State Orientation Agency.
Ozia, Sinaka Abia State Orientation Agency. Nadia
Beauty is power. A smile is its sword. Beauty lies in the eye of the beholder. Beauty is all around us. So, if you want to look good always, visit Masters and Wands Cosmetics stores. It's new, it's exclusive, and the happening store in beauty products. We deal on perfumes and cosmetics such as body lotions, facial creams and scrubs, body sprays, powders, bath wash, and all kinds of quality cosmetics with affordable prices. Contact us at number 41 Fimbers Road, Umuahia, or number 20 Suite 8 School Road, Umuahia, all in Abia State. Call us on 0806 951 2773 or email us at wantsglean@gmail.com. Masters and Wants Cosmetic Stores. Quality is our name. Signed, Management.
Rapid 96.5 FM Starrise Eviction is here.
We are grateful to the following.
Honorable Anderson Akaliro, member representing Umuahia North State Constituency.
Gawai's Logistics Company Limited, number 2 Ojike Street off Bende Road, Umuahia, Abia State.
Ellis Wares, number 28 Azikiwe Road, by School Road, Umuahia, Abia State. Elix, Friends of Your Wardrobe.
Onyem's Pharmacy, 21 Azikiwe Road, by School Road, Umuahia. We care, God heals.
Luwani Mondo, number 27 Azikiwe Road, Umuahia, Abia State.
Rapid Starrise. More supporters wanted.
Come on, y'all, let's do this.
It's time to crank it up. We are turning it up on Rapid FM 96.5, the sound of your city.
Let's talk politics, dynamics, and permutations.
It's a concern that we have for our country, Nigeria. So this is beyond partisan politics. Nigeria is on drink. Nigeria is on oxygen. And how can we get out of this? And these are kind of people who say they are leaders of this country. What example are they showing as leaders of the country?
Let's keep you abreast with happenings in the polity.
I am an employee of the president. I pay the president's salary. I pay the bills of the family. And he must protect me.
All the resources available in this country has to come together at this time to see how best we can move forward. The interest of Nigeria is part of it.
Standpoint.
Standpoint, the center of all talks of politics.
Standpoint, Mondays to Fridays, 9 a.m. on Rapid 96.5 FM.
More Nigerian is more Nigerian than any Nigerian. That's right.
You're welcome back to Standpoint, the saint of all talks of politics on Rapid 96.5 FM. We are live on YouTube and Facebook page at Rapid 96.5 FM. I still have our guest this morning, the Abia State Publicity Secretary, Honorable Chief Oke Ezeala. You're welcome back to the program.
No. All right, Honorable. We've actually been enjoying the conversation so far.
No.
But let's go back to the federal level right now, as it has to do with your party. Yes, what President Tinubu has done. Removing the fuel subsidy, wonderful. Like we knew we were going to face issues. But if it was something that we do to get it better at the long run, okay. Yes. Allocation has actually increased, state allocations. We know that. We appreciate that. But the effects, some just few states, if at all, we are experiencing that. Then the palliatives, we have said that majority, if not, majority haven't seen, if at all, some people have seen them. The grains, the rice, and so many of them. That's why majority of Nigerians have actually been saying, instead of sharing rice, money, grant, loan, whatever, why not the money we have been saving, or we have been getting from the subsidy, why not use it to get 1, 2, or 3 of our refineries working? That's what, if you open the phone lines, people will still call in to say that. Why is it that the president himself hasn't actually done anything? I think last time he was like, okay, one of our refineries will start working in December. December has come and gone. Port Harcourt refinery, I think he has said something about it working before the end of this year. We have not seen anything. The energy, we are now putting it on Dangote refinery. That is still a private-owned refinery, as far as I'm concerned. Why is it that President Tinubu hasn't done anything in making sure that our refinery fuel is 800 and something some places? I hope it hasn't gotten to that. It hasn't gone higher than that in other places. We haven't done anything. Our refinery hasn't started refining. We are still taking off our crude out, refine them, come back to Nigeria and sell them or sell it higher. Don't you think putting the energy on the refineries instead of sharing the money, they know that the governors will still not make very good use of it, would have been better?
Well, looking at the Nigeria's scale of preference.
Okay.
It is not refinery that comes first. And the Nigeria current scale of preference, what comes first? Food security. There is an adage that a man whose house is on fire doesn't chase rats. It is good to chase rats so they don't contaminate your food. Not when your house is on fire. So, with the removal of subsidy, okay, the topmost priority is food security. So, and the short intervention you can give. Yes, we know about the long-term intervention, which is incentive for farmers, mechanized businesses, maybe importation. But in the short term, people must eat breakfast. They must take lunch. They must take dinner. So you leave those policies and provide them with food. It's a laudable, policy. Oh, these guys they're on life support. Let's first of all give them oxygen and then look for medication. So while you talk about the medication, the life support, the oxygen to sustain them before medication is what the federal government is doing. And that is ensuring that there is at least their purchasing power is improved so that they should be able to purchase the scarce commodity in the market for now. Because the market forces demand that once the commodity is scarce, the price will naturally skyrocket, will increase. So because the prices of commodities, of course, food, staple foods now, is increasing, the best thing to do is to give them money to buy it. This is what gave birth to the grant. And then seeing a way to also have equitable distribution of the commodity itself. That is why, thanks to Benue State Government, Kebbi State Government, and all these people who already have great reserve of food, the government paid and then bring them to supply to Abia and all these other places where people prefer to eat indomie in their village instead of cultivating cocoyam. Because let's tell ourselves the truth. An average family in Abia is interested in packaged, canned, preserved foods. We are going in organic. Everybody is living the green life into the packaged life. We all know that my grandmother ate noodles, let me not call a brand. Mm-hmm. And as part till the day she died. My parents, so everybody were guilty of that. So those who are interested in agriculture actually cashed out in this because they had food to offer to those who depend on importation. And of course, out in this area of the country. All right. So that is how the food, it to me is a laudable, and that's why I've explained why this should come first. I'm glad you mentioned Dangote Refinery. I'm glad you mentioned Port Harcourt Refinery. We have refineries already, but you see, we are going to run into administrative bottleneck if you expect President Tinubu to take all this money and sink into refinery that perhaps after 2 years it will break down, they won't maintain it. Then the loan will be taking more loans. These things will always come in between contractors and federal government. I hear this. The contractors will always be foreigners. So it is even wise that we invest that money in ourselves. Find solution. If we have been buying fuel from abroad, importing fuel for the past 30 years, what makes you think that putting our money in the refinery will not make us still buy fuel in the next 2 years?
Oh, well, that still speaks about the readiness of the administration, because many have argued that, okay, look at, if you had given attention to the refineries, put these facilities in place before you go take the policy action of removing fuel subsidy, it would have solved a lot of problems. Well, let me hand over.
All right. Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to have you, Mr. K. Zala. Well, as an individual, I've never bothered myself about palliatives because I see it as a way of further impoverishing the people. Because if people become hopelessly dependent on palliatives, it becomes a problem. That's about that. I want to bring you down to Abia State. Recently, your party enjoyed all manner of defections. The generality of Abians are worried about these defections, given the fact or the belief that APC is factionalized. So we've been worried these people that defected, are they going to belong to maybe Medicare faction, or maybe Senator Orjus Okala's faction, or
the other person also,
Oga's faction, faction. So maybe, I don't know, you may need to straighten that.
That was why I put up the question that you set the record straight.
Yes,
what is the true position of your
which factions are they going to belong to right now? Maybe you will let us know. Thank you very much.
But I think I've done justice to that in the first instance. You asked the question and asked me to set the record straight, which I did. But again, for emphasis, the APC in Abia is like the proverbial kingdom of God that suffered violence. And then the violent take it by force. Why? Because that is the only ripe apple in the political scene in Abia State. Everybody is struggling, approaching it through right and wrong corridors. You get it? But then that tells you of the promise, the future of the party. Everybody is welcome. While we harvest people who are coming with good intentions, mind you, you cannot also chase out those who are coming also for personal gains. After all, politics is about interest. Okay? But for faction, there is no faction anywhere in APC for now.
All right, you will straighten that point.
I believe there won't be tomorrow.
All right, you will straighten that point anyway. You can call in now at this point. Remember, we are live on Facebook and YouTube at Rapid 96.5 FM. The numbers are 09160 000965 or 09160 333 965. That's 09160 000965. Very good morning to you and thank you for joining the program.
Sir, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning to your guests in the house.
Good morning, my brother.
Yeah. Brahmad is my name.
All right.
Yeah, my heart is heavy. Somehow, should I say, I'm not really, I wasn't, or I am not really very prepared for this program. Somehow I was a little in, God will help me out. So I was actually kind of wounded when I heard your guest say something here. That's why what struck me, or what actually spurred me act now or to speak. He said something I cannot put exactly, but there in between I had what comes first, security. Is that correct, sir? There's something that comes first, security.
No, he said food, stomach, food security.
Okay, food security. Please, may I ask a little question here, sir? Is he a politician? This is your guest, if you don't mind.
No.
Is he a politician? Huh?
No.
Okay. Well, it hurts me anytime I actually, unless it's your station, or even I actually appreciate you so much. You journalists, you're doing a lot, because you bring us information, good ones. You see,
Brahmano, please just make up your time. Your time is almost up. Just round up your thoughts, sir.
Okay, please, sir. They should fix the refinery.
Okay.
Yeah, what was this happening? Look at the world. You use what you have. God gave us oil. And now you're taking it out, refine and bring it and sell it. This is madness.
All right, Brahmano, your time is up. Let's give the opportunity to another caller. Thank you for your contribution. It's good to have you join Standpoint. Good morning. Hello, good morning. You're welcome. Yes, your name and location, please.
Okay, I'm Okafor. From Ohio.
All right, Okafor.
Yes.
Yeah, Okafor, welcome.
Thank you. Let me say this concerning the errors of the conversation. I think very soon the mathematics I am seeing, when after the team must have the fourth instead, they will sow him in, because I see the defection of those lawmakers to Labour Party as a way of maintaining the lead in the House. Now, coming to the issue of assessing the performance of President Tinubu, for me, in my own opinion, he has never done well on the side of the people's welfare. Some of the policies have been so harsh and harm the people, such as removal of the fuel subsidy without any functional refinery. And this is abnormal. And we talk about increment of the electricity tariff. It has improved service in the power sector. Very sensitive. I expected our guests to talk. He said he read economy. These are major ingredients that would have powered our economy, would have stabilized our economy. And they have touched in such areas. I think he really needs to read such things. And another thing is that all these IMF templates, economic templates that they give us, do not favor us.
All right.
So our leaders should retrain themselves to take economic templates that will favor
Ronald, your thought, your time is up, sir.
and that will make our economy to grow, not to favor the Western world.
All right.
Thank you very much, my brother.
Thank you so much. We appreciate. Okay, we lost that call. 09160 0000965 or 09160 333 965. You're welcome to Standpoint. Good morning. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
You're welcome.
I'm calling from Ishago, Ayarago precisely, and my name is Ndidi Aja.
All right.
I heard from your guest palliative sharing. In my own state, there's something that I want to say. Yes, President Tinubu delivered palliative to various states. But I'm surprised that whenever it comes to a state, a governor will hijack it, and it will be for his political party. Even in my own state, APC, hijack everything. Other parties are not getting any share of it.
Okay, APC in your own state hijacked everything.
Yes, in
Okay.
my own state.
All
If
right.
anything come, APC, even if it come down to my local government, Igbo, it will be APC members will share it, which is wrong. That fuel subsidy is affecting every individual, not only APC people that is affected. So I don't see reason why such a thing will be happening. It's not good. Concerning the defective of YPP members in Abia State, yes, everybody, if the party you are is not good for you, you have every right to defect. The defection.
All right, Ronald, your thoughts. Your time is up, please.
Thank you.
All right, we truly appreciate your contribution. You're welcome to Standpoint. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Ben.
You're welcome, sir.
Thank you, incorrigible Sam. Good morning, sir.
Chijoke from Bende Road.
Yes, sir.
Welcome.
My name is Mr. Chijoke from Bende Road. I just want to, greet your guests and also to tell your guests that the governor we have now in Abia is far, far different from the one we have been experienced in Abia State.
Sure.
And if I may say, I will confirm and also defend my own local government, which is the Isukwato local government. During the palliative, Isukwato people will receive our own. And you know that the major problem of people in some places is that most of the times when something is happening, some people will never take it serious. For my own local government, that palliative was distributed, and also a lot of people received that palliative. We share it to each ward. Each ward have their own. From that ward, they now share it to their various kind of compound. So what I'm saying is this: that palliative was disposed, but whoever that have divided their own, I don't know that one, but I can speak for Isukwato, the one I know. So what I'm saying is this: Governor Alex is very serious, very focused to give Abia a very good lead. So I am saying that Abians are very eager to see more from Dr. Lesoti. And I am saying that...
All right, make up your point, sir.
whatever thing
Please.
that
Round of your thoughts, please.
Yes, I am saying that our issue of defection, Mr. Ben, you can recall that for past 3 weeks now, I have been telling you that about 4 or 5 lawmakers are set to defect to...
Your time is up. We appreciate
we have started-
your contribution anyway. Good morning and welcome to Standpoint. Who is that? Please kindly turn down your radio set. Good morning. Hello, you're welcome. Okay. We are not ready for that. Good morning and welcome to Standpoint.
Hello, good morning, sir.
You're welcome. Your name and location, please.
Yeah, this is Mr. Eze Nikalo, the voice from Abia Hotel, Hotel government area.
All right.
From our hospitality.
Enikalu, you're welcome.
Good morning, our guests, and
good morning.
Dynamic Konyo Komado.
Thank you very much.
Concerning the issue of this palliative, of the truth, I've been kicking against this palliative of a thing. But the problem is that the way we are seeing something from our side is not the same way our leaders that are in power are seeing it. I've been saying it, let them use this money they are spending on palliative to refix our refineries. But the corruption will not allow them to do the needful. That is one thing that is very, very unfortunate. Corruption is a major problem we have in this country. As our president promised us in December last year that our Port Harcourt refinery will start working. See, now, nothing has been done. Now, Senate has made another promise. What stops them from fixing our refinery so that we have enough supply of fuel at the affordable price?
All right, then, Enikalu, make up your point, please.
And concerning the Abia State government, I commend our governor for the first time seeing some civil servants going home with 25 kg bags of rice.
All right.
If it happens to be during the time of PDP, they would have just said it along party line.
All right.
But I'm happy I got this one. Even 5 billion naira, they have given 2 billion naira, which is still under the custody of our state governor, waiting for the arrival of the remaining 3 billion naira. They should send it so that our governor will do the needful with that money.
All right. Thank you for your contribution. We appreciate it. Good morning and welcome to Standpoint.
Good morning.
You're welcome,
Can
sir.
you hear me, sir?
Yes, clearly, please.
Please, I want to know our guest, his name.
Your name and location, please.
Useman Node.
Useman Node is the name. I'm calling from Omaya. I mean, I guess the person that spoke with you.
Okay, he's still in the studio. Of course, he is the APC Abia State Publicity Secretary. Okay, Zala.
Mayoga, I want to thank you once again for being bold enough to speak the truth.
Good morning.
You know, he used to, they work out with me and you before now.
I know.
But I thank God that your eyes has been cleared under this government of lies, deceit, and propaganda. Current, the new idea that we are talking about. The rice that they are jubilating, one of the callers said that they have shared the rice. Which rice? Has the governor added 1 naira to the one the federal government gave to the state? The one that Dangote gave to Abia State, I don't know whether you've collected.
For where?
Other state has added brought us money and bought some rice to make sure that they have alleviated the sufferings of the people. They have added wages are what? They have told workers not to be as in coming to work 5 days in a week. But here they will be subjecting workers verification upon verification upon verification. Yet their security force has drastically increased with what you are saying. But yeah, they are finding it difficult to add 1 naira to workers' salary. It's very, very unfortunate. Fortunately, it was the workers that made it possible that this government will come to stay. But look at how they've been treated. And some people will tell you, our governor is in the... I'm not saying that the governor has not tried his best in changing the narrative of what Abia is used to do, but can you compare how much past administration received with what you are receiving now because of fuel subsidy removal? And people are using forensic audit now to distract attention of the first quarter, 2024 quarter, that told us that this government are using over 11 billion naira to run their government.
All right,
when Abians are then in abject poverty. The 2 billion that was given to this government, what happened to this today? They are telling us that they are fixing it now. Fixed deposit so that we will be getting interest for them.
Thank you,
it's only unfortunate and disheartening that we have been crying in the midst of people. I pray that people's eyes will be opened. That they see
Thank you, Useman Node. We appreciate your contribution. Your time was up already. Let me come down to you, okay, Ziala. We are leaving the studio at the moment. Yes. Still talking about the renewed hope agenda. One will be marked on the 29th of this month. Yes. Nigerians are crying. People are lamenting. You know, as I know, what people are going through. Today, you wake up to face the issue of a naira increase against the dollar and all of that. In 30 seconds, let us have your summation before we leave the studio.
Yes. You see, the macro policies of the federal government is 100% okay. The forest policies, the foreign policy, and of course the economic policies, they are very okay. The problem is always the middlemen. In this case, the governors. Why will a governor... Are you aware that in Umuahia there is no potable water? In government house, they are drinking borehole. Are you aware? Why do Abians like... What do we gain from mediocrity? A man is pocketing your money every day, collecting all the goodies from federal government every month, and you do not want to hold him responsible for the infrastructural decay,
for the poor salaries, for what he's not doing, and you are busy calling an administrator.
But the government has been working. People are saying that we can see governance in Abia State. Where do you get these facts from that the governor has been pocketing money?
No, listen.
Well, we'll continue this discussion. Our time is up anyway. Our time is up. We are due for our news at this point in time. We want to say a very big thank you to the Abia State Publicity Secretary in Abia State, Honorable Chief Oke Eziala Ebube Mba Uzuakoli. Thank you so much for your time on Standpoint today.
Thank you.
Aiko Bonaya, Incorruptible Sam. Thank you so much for your time.
No, thank you. I said it that 3 hours won't be enough.
We'll try to be.
Anyway, let me correct you. Ebubemba.
Okay, Bubemba. All right, thank you. Pardon that mistake, please.
He will come again.
Certainly, will come again.
Next time.
That's why the both of you are putting him in that.
Next time, we will also be at the center.
All right. Thank you so much. The news is up next at 10 o'clock. My name is Moses Ben. Thereafter, the program, The People, and the Law will come in. Please stay with us. Good morning.
Trending story.